first trip was to Mexico, and that's where we first encountered the Mayan culture. And during this trip, we actually started watching the movie about Hernando Cortés and about the girl that I think he had some relations. Her name was Malinche, and she was from a Mayan tribe.
Okay, so everything started when I went to Mexico and my tour guide gave me a bug. Actually, I took it back home and I named him Malinche.
So we started learning about Mayas, and then we just, Alisa and me, we realized that we actually want more. We want to dig deeper, we want to know more.
Because I was really interested to actually see it in real life before my eyes.
Then I discovered that actually there are more pyramids, and they're older and maybe even more interesting. And that's why we decided to go to Central America. That's why we invited Alexander with us, because we wanted to get more information.
So I first met Alex in the hotel in Antigua, Guatemala. And just traveling with him made everything much more interesting, since he's actually an expert and a specialist in the Mayan culture. And he was able to read hieroglyphic writing. It's like if he's reading another language but nobody understands him, which is actually like a talent, like a superpower, which, yeah, like I was very jealous of that.
Hello everyone, my name is Alexander Safronov. I'm a specialist in the history of the ancient Maya. I work at the History Faculty of Moscow State University. I'm a docent in the Department of Ancient History, and I've dedicated a significant part of my life to studying the ancient Maya.
И подает мяч, каучуковый мяч. Соответственно, его нужно было отбить, если он высоко летит, либо локтем, вот так, либо если он по земле катится, его нужно было отбить вот так вот бедром.
I became interested in the history of the pre-Columbian America in high school. I had read some books. You know how it is. You read a book, learn something new, and immediately get hooked. I got really interested in the pre-Columbian America, though I didn't think I would ever study it. It was simply interesting, but when I found out I actually could, I thought, why not? Ilya contacted me directly and invited me to join him on a trip to Guatemala and give an account of the ancient Maya sites that remain the Guatemalan territory, as well as in other Central American countries, particularly El Salvador, Honduras and Belize. The goal was not to limit the trip to Guatemala alone, but also to visit smaller countries that are less frequented by tourists. Important monuments are preserved there too, sites that should be seen, talked about and learned about.
А где голова? Одна?
Одна и вторая. Это скрытая пасть. Вот это вот.
Ага.
Это пасть Демея. Одна. И вот здесь вот вторая. Вот она.
И что он символизировал?
Небосвод. Это вот тот же самый, который там на рельефе сверху. Называется мировой змей.
Telling Ilya and the girls about ancient Maya history was, well, let's just call it a professional challenge.
So in the start, I didn't really want to go to Guatemala. My father just suggested, and I went with it because, yeah. But I was really upset in the start of the trip, to be honest. I didn't really want to go because I kind of got into big fights with my friends. But then later on, it really distracted me from what was going on in school, and I had a lot of fun. And I saw the culture, and I really liked it, and it distracted me the fact, and I really enjoyed it.
But what makes actually these trips very interesting, especially for the girls, is that you actually go there and you see the pyramids. They're still there. They have been built centuries ago, 1,000 years ago, 800 years ago, but the pyramids are still there. So you can climb the pyramids, you can see the whole cities. It's a big difference from, for example, some other maybe more ancient places where you can go, you see the desert, and then you have to switch on your imagination to imagine how the cities could look before. But in case of Mayan culture, the pyramids are still there, and that's why it's very interesting to go and see with your own eyes, because you can't learn about this in study books in British school. So you need, in order to learn about this, you actually need to express your own interest.
And so I got much happier at the end, and I wasn't upset anymore. I didn't think about it, and I had a really good time. And it changed me, and then me and my friends made up, and we were good. It was really interesting because we just first came to the country, and my first thoughts of Guatemala was just really unique and different than Spain. It was a bit weird, but it was really fun later. But in Tenango, we went to a really fun activity where you go up and they basically drop you and you swing around like a swing, but the drop is really scary because you're looking down and it's really scary because you know you're about to drop.
Держись. Ты сильная женщина, давай.
And then we walked around Antigua, and it was where a pyramid dropped because of an earthquake, and it was really
Antigua, Guatemala.
Yeah, we also spent the evening walking around the city, and usually we're not the people that would eat at McDonald's, but the McDonald's was so gorgeous. Like, it had this colonial style, and also the Starbucks, like, it was so different. Like, you go in and it's as if it's like a restaurant. And then the Starbucks, there weren't many people because we went in the early morning. You come in and then you go and you, like, there's a little stand, like front, but then you enter it and there's this huge, like, open space with a bunch of tables, and it was just so unusual because at home it's so different, and it was as if it wasn't the McDonald's, but it was something else. But yeah, they were very beautiful. Okay, so first we went to San Juan La Laguna, which was a very colorful city. And we went to some woman cooperative places, and they showed us the hand weaving process, and it was very interactive. They demonstrated, they let us try it. They tried showing us, although it was very difficult, they still tried. Then they showed us natural dyes. We got to see how different natural like products create different colors, which was very interesting. And in the end, we ended up buying a lot of stuff. Then we went to this chocolate place where they also showed us how to do chocolate, although the chocolate wasn't the kind of chocolate we would have. It was still interesting because it was natural ingredients. But the streets were colorful, like you're walking and there's colors everywhere, and there's a lot of art galleries with local artists who painted a lot of paintings. So that was also very interesting. We also went to San Salvador, where we saw a cathedral. but there was also a very modernized library, which I really liked a lot because it was really big, and I really needed English books because I ended my books, I need to buy something, and it was the perfect opportunity because I think they had a little bookstore also. Personally, I really liked San Juan La Laguna, and I would definitely come back there with my friends or with my family, or to show people from my family who haven't been there, because it was actually very beautiful. Like, it's one of the most beautiful places I've ever visited. So I would definitely come back, and I definitely recommend it to everyone.
So I really liked that we first came to a place called Los Volcanos, and there was one called Les Alco, and it was the ones that could erupt at any moment, and there were the other two, and the nature was really pretty, and in the other two we were walking around them, and there were pathways where you could walk around and look at, and it was really fun. So in Belize, we went to this waterfall. It took us about 15 minutes to get there, and it was 100,000 years old, and there was steaming water, and we went inside, and it was the Mayan sacral place, and they thought of it as an underground world. And we walked around it, and it was really dark and really interesting to look around, and yeah, it was really fun.
Okay, so we went to a lot of places. First, we went to Joye de Seren, which is basically an American Pompeii, which was accidentally discovered by bulldoze in 1967. So it was an ancient Mayan farming village, which had a population of about 200, and it was found covered in volcanic ash in 600 AD. Then we went to Copan, which when we entered there were a bunch of beautiful macaw birds. This is just in my memory because the birds were gorgeous, and there was a lot of them, and they were big, colorful.
А тут попугайчики.
And then there were a lot of stelas and altars.
Что это значит? Тут это тоже какие-то цифры?
Нет, это царь.
Алис, смотри, царь.
Это изображение царя, его в парадном облачении. Здесь он держит инсигнию власти, так называемую, небесную полосу. У него две головы такого типа дракона. Это небесный змей, который символизирует мироздание. Это символ власти. И здесь у него, скорее всего, голова предка на поясе, его предшественника, и жадовый подвес. Вот эти штуки, это были кусочки жада такие, которые висели здесь на поясе.
Письменный
Тут еще
смайл.
есть, да, тут еще есть. Sí, aquí está. Este es nombre. Kak, posiblemente Tiwa Chan Yopat. Чанна Йопат. Это имя царя.
Вот познакомились.
Это алтарь называется алтарь.
Алтарь, который показывает все династии?
16 царей в династии.
А, и все здесь
Люди,
перечислены?
которые сидят здесь, это цари в династии. Это Яшкукмо. И дальше по очередности...
Они реально похожи или нет?
Нет, они разные. Они сидят, вот это вот.
Это лица у них реально такие были?
Ну, он особенный, потому что у него есть утиоканские элементы. Вот это вот очки такие, это очки бога Тлалока. И сверху иероглифический текст, который рассказывает о том, когда была основана династия. И, то есть вот им была основана династия, а он поставил монумент и записал, что он совершил те же действия ритуальные, что и царь. Это хвост ягуара. Да.
А, это хвост ягуара.
Да, это хвост ягуара. Головы нет. Это лапа ягуара, а здесь должна была быть голова.
А, так вот же голова.
Мифический ягуар, то есть его называют часто космическим ягуаром, то есть он как бы существо мифическое, которое жило в космосе.
Which we dived into. We dived into the history. We looked at a bunch of specific individual ones, and Alex helped us translate what was on them.
Дальше. Взятие Кавиля, это регалии власти, скипетр. Винтенахи, Киничмо Агав, владыкой Киничмо. Затем дата опять. В эту дату Тали Винтенах, Кинич Ашкукмо. Покинул Винтенах, Кинич Ашкукмо. Затем дата опять, спустя 7 месяцев, 13 дней.
Вы так просто читаете?
Да, просто так читаю.
Круто.
Поменяй.
Это буху Порвиндашили.
То есть это выглядело
Вот.
раньше вот так.
Да. Вот эти завитки, это небесный змей, который символизирует небосвод. У него две головы, вот одна и здесь. И эти завитки как облака. То есть облака — это тело небесного змея. Вот эти вот, это бог Ицамна, так называемый
А он
бог.
сохранился там?
Да, вон, ну, частично.
А, вон он
Вот,
там.
вот он плохо сохранился,
Да нет, не такой плохо.
частично. Это бог, который, четырехчастный бог, который 4 фигуры, как атланты, стояли по углам мироздания и держали на себе небесный свод.
А у них тоже был такой, да?
Да,
Свой?
да. Это так называемый бог, бог Н.
Угу.
А вот это черепа с иероглифической надписью, они символизировали подземный мир, мир предков.
Типа уважение предкам, типа, да?
Да, почитание предков. И царь, который появлялся посередине, он как бы был центром мироздания.
Они тут сидели, Александр?
Да, это трон. Ну, собственно, скамья.
А, это реально трон?
Да, это трон, там, собственно, видите, изображение вот этих божественных ликов.
Тут семья его сидела или он один?
Он сам. И взирал на то, что происходило здесь, вот на этой площади.
Ого. Такой сидел сюда и смотрел. А что здесь, для него какое-то шоу устраивали?
Если вы хотите увидеть, как выглядит стадион для игры в мае, мяч в мае, вот это вот прямо оно.
Какая огромная площадь.
Да.
То есть цари ставили сами себе стелы при жизни, а это была
Хорошо видно, вот
площадь общая.
вот этот красный пигмент, это стела раскрашивалась.
Да-да-да, тут сохранилась, да, еще красная.
Красненький.
Она была красной, голубой. Получается, к этой стеле уже подходили, по сути, молиться простолюдины, да?
Ну, фактически, да.
Она была, потому что на главной площади, куда могли ходить все. И вот это, собственно, площадь. Там футбольное поле, и там уже Королевский дворец начинается. Где мы были? Там он. А это вот эти стелы на главной площади. Все эти стелы, получается, были построены при одном царе. Он научился делать крутые стелы, видимо, попался ему классный архитектор, такие 3D. Только здесь они, получается, встречаются. И здесь, получается, на стеле, с одной стороны, он старый, а с другой стороны, он молодой.
Then we went to Tikal, which had the largest and biggest pyramid, which was totally worth it because it was amazing. Okay, so we took a helicopter in Guatemala to El Mirador, and as soon as we got there, we got our tents settled, we walked around, and then we walked to La Danta, which we climbed up. We spent some time over there, we had lunch, and the view was amazing, it was gorgeous. Then we talked a bit about the history, the story behind it. Then we went back to the campsite. We had some nice talks because the internet wasn't working, so it was amazing to just get turned off from reality and just dive into the world.
У нас пикник на самой большой И древней пирамиде майев.
And then in the evening, for the sunset, we climbed El Tigre, which is a bit smaller than La Danta, but it was still amazing, gorgeous. Then we went back down, we spent the night, and it was a lot. It was much different than a night in a hotel would be. There were a lot of bugs, a lot of spiders.
Алиса нашла скорпиона.
In the building outside of it, we saw a scorpion, and it was really scary because we were just all brushing our teeth and there was just this big scorpion on the wall. So we're all a little bit freaked out by it. It was really scary to see that. So that's why when me and my sister went to the tent to sleep.
Сидим мы, значит, сейчас в Гватемале, в Эльмирадоре, ночью. Алиса тут нашла скорпиончика. Решила его приручить и спать с ним вместе в палатке.
We were a bit scared that no scorpions or anything like that go into our room. So we were really paranoid about like closing it and putting our shoes in the tent so no one enters our shoes later.
Да откройте вы, залезьте быстро внутрь.
Выйди и посмотри ноги. Не заходи, пока не проверила ноги. Давай вторую, Вик, вторую. Заходи. Давай, быстрее. Закрывай, закрывай.
Нет, ты заходи.
Закрой.
Закрыл. Да, да, полностью закрыл. Ну что там? Ну что там, Алис? У меня открыта палатка. Мне реально к вам идти?
Это пошел паук, правда, пап?
И что?
Он пошел к нам.
Ну выкиньте его. Алис, кто там?
Он просто ушел.
And the whole night we just wanted to sleep and get it over with.
Вот наши друзья-индюшки. Вот у них были комфортные условия проживания. Спали они на пирамиде. Миля спала в палатке. И Алиса спала в палатке.
But it was a wonderful experience and I don't regret it.
So then, on the last day, we went to Belize and we went to Caracol, which was another archaeological site where we saw some beautiful pyramids.
Мы будем сбираться дальше, на второй ярус. Вот ведут пленников в тюрьму. В тюрьму для принцесс.
Нет, наверх.
Миль, ну пока. Так, добрались мы до второго уровня. Саша, это какой 7 век, да? Постройка.
Ну, 8-й в основном.
А как пирамида называется?
Вот это?
Да.
Кана.
Кана. А что значит?
Ну, это современный археологический название. Древний монумент наш.
А население города какое было, как вы думаете?
1040 где-то, 30-40.
Ну большой, больше Капана. Тут ветерок дует, ты там сидишь на вершине, все видишь. У тебя сразу тут и спаленки, тут у тебя жены, твои дети.
Вообще идея, да?
Здесь сразу можно шоу устраивать. Тут, наверное, в мяч, да, еще могли играть?
Нет, здесь стадиона нет, стадион отдельно.
То есть здесь просто всякие шоу.
Да, могли танцы устраивать. Церемонии.
Вообще гламурное место-то.
And then there was also a very nice museum, which had a lot of stelas and altars, and it just showed Alex's amazing knowledge again, because he would just look at it and he just read it as if it was his native language. Like, it's how I would read English.
3 камней большой камень и 2 маленьких камня. И вот эти ранние храмы, как в Эль-Мирадор, они символизируют этот алтарь, на котором жертвы приносили. То есть в центре большой храм, и по бокам два маленьких.
А где тут еще раз храмы, получается?
Храмов нету. Это храмы символизируют собой алтарь каменный.
Все понял.
He was reading the Mayan glyphs, and it was very interesting because he just read it so natively, so fluently, which honestly just made me want to have that ability because it's really hard. So yeah.
Одна из самых ценных надписей, которая есть здесь, она поставлена в начале 7 века, ну, в середине даже 7 века. Она рассказывает о событиях середины 6 века. Подробно описана история войны Кануля вместе с Караколем, то есть Цыбанчей вместе с Караколем против Тикаля.
Бежит у нас на сухо. По делам. По делам бежит.
There was a lot of animals, but in Tikal there was coati, and yeah, and also in El Mirador there was coati, and everywhere there were a lot of ants, and also there were these caterpillars, and they were like fluffy, and it was kind of really tempting to touch them, but if you did, it was really poisonous.
Нету. Гусеница. Алиса, она кусается или нет? Что мы говорили про них? Вот, заканчивается наше путешествие. Последняя точка. Теперь мы перемещаемся на лошадях. Начинали с вертолетов, закончили более традиционно.
Живым транспортом.
And in San Pedro there was also stingrays, and we also swam with sharks there, and that was really fun. They were like feeding them, and we were swimming with them, and we were just swimming along that ocean.
We had a couple entertaining places we went throughout our trip because we didn't want just to have it fully education, learning, information, because we wanted to balance it out. So we went on a couple zip lines. So first we went to the Atitlan Lake Nature Reserve Park, where we went hiking for a while, then we got up the mountain, and then there were just a lot of zip lines. It was really fun. It was really terrifying, but again, totally worth it.
Все, давай, Алис, удачи.
Алис, сейчас самое страшное будет, не волнуйся.
Скажи, Алис, привет маме передай.
Алис, скажи привет, Коки. Привет, Коки.
А вот настоящие профессионалы, без страховки, без всяких карабинов и велосипедов.
So we did that. So we climbed up, and in the end we just went with zip lines. Then we also went in Salvador to a park, a theme park, where there were many theme activities. So there were, again, zip lines, but they were shorter, but they were like surf-wise, like you were standing on it, or it was a bicycle.
Me gusta, espérenme de la gradita para atrás, por favor. Arriba.
and there was also some free-falling ones, and there was also a labyrinth, which we actually spent a lot of time in. In the end, it was me and my sister, and we got out first before everyone else. But it took quite a while, so we got to the center, then we went out. But in the end, we like sort of shortcutted it, and we took the staff way out.
El laberinto muy difícil. Мы добрались до центра лабиринта спустя час.
But nobody realized, and we got there earlier, so yeah, it was really fun.
Ну а теперь у нас серия вопросов для Мелиссы. Миля, из чего, значит, делается орудие труда? Хотя бы один дай. Миль, ну скажи, пожалуйста. Обсидиан. Какая основная еда, которую ели майя? Культуры, которую они выращивали. Кукуруза. Из чего они делали одежду? Cotton, правильно. Александр, можно еще какой-нибудь вопрос?
Now we're going to test the routine knowledge that the girls should have after the trip.
Alisa, what is the main title of the building what ancient Maya built?
Pyramids.
Melissa, what is the main plant what ancient Maya cultivate during their history?
Maize.
Perfect. Alisa, how Maya write their words?
Using hieroglyphs.
Yes, it is. Melissa, what are the main resources what ancient Maya use for tools?
Obsidian.
Yes, perfect. Alisa, what ancient Maya kings established on the plazas in the cities?
Stela and altars.
Yes, perfect. Melissa, what are the main drink what ancient Maya kings drink during their official ceremonies?
Cacao.
Yes, perfect. Alisa, in which Maya site there are most beautiful and huge Maya pyramids?
Tikal.
Yes, perfect. Melissa, in which Maya site are most beautiful stele in the whole Maya world?
Kampala.
Yes, perfect.
I'm very happy with the test results. The girls did great and remembered all the things I taught them.
Спасибо.
High five!
Гуляем по Флоресу, город в Гватемале.
Now, lastly, we're gonna give you 5 reasons why you should definitely visit Central America. Culture,
People,
archaeological sites,
nature,
and entertainment. En Cava Elisa.
and Cava Marista. Lastly, I hope you all travel more and visit more exotic places, and I really recommend you visit. Good luck.
So yeah, definitely go to places which require somebody to push you into them, which have a little bit of fear, make you really think and actually learn, because those trips are always the best and the most memorable ones.
Bye.
Bye!